than 3 million Texans have filed for unemployment benefits, and recipients have taken advantage of the additional $600 a week. This additional income has helped families cover the rent, groceries, and other critical expenses until they're able to return to work. And for many workers, there's still a great deal of uncertainty about when that might happen. Well, it's clear, though, that that $600 additional benefit had some unintended consequences. Frankly, we should have capped the amount somebody could receive for unemployment benefits at their previous earning level. But according to the Texas Workforce Commission, with the $600 weekly benefit on top of the state benefit, 80% of the people receiving the unemployment insurance benefit were making more on unemployment insurance than they were previously employed, 80%. That brings us to a point far beyond giving workers the financial support they need to stay afloat. Instead, the federal government is paying people not to work. That's the wrong incentive and certainly completely unnecessary. Payroll, wage substitution, yes. Paying people not to work, no. A recent poll found that 2/3 of Americans believe that these enhanced benefits discourage people from going back to work, and they're right. Among unemployed Americans, nearly half say they would avoid returning to work if these benefits were extended. The businesses in my state that closed their doors earlier this year have now had trouble hiring employees back because some of these, 80% of those former employees, are making more not working than they were working. If we were to extend that benefit through January, as the HEROES Act would, our economy would not recover as we all need it to do. So there's a delicate balance, but it's an important balance between supporting those who need help until they can return to the workforce and giving them an incentive to avoid returning to work. This is not an all or nothing approach. It's not $600 or bust, even though that's the way Speaker Pelosi and Minority Leader Schumer like to put it. We can and we should continue to supplement state unemployment benefits and give workers the income they need to support their families without paying people more to stay home than to work. It's not rocket science. Mr. President, we're all anxiously waiting for the Speaker and the Minority Leader to wake up and start focusing on the task at hand, which is on common sense policies that support our country through this crisis. Texans don't have time to wait for the posturing and the politicking and the grandstanding, not to mention the heel dragging. They don't have an interest in knowing how diverse the marijuana business is, and they don't want to provide a massive tax break to the richest Americans on the East and West Coast at the expense of everyone else. My constituents want to be able to feed their families. They want to be able to work. They want to be able to pay their rent. And they want to know their kids will be healthy as the school year begins. So, Mr. President, I implore our colleagues, Speaker Pelosi and Minority Leader Schumer, to drop the games, quit hurting people you claim to champion, and pay attention to what America really needs. Mr. President, I yield the floor.